Hey there, everyone. This is Quanisha Green, the founder and chief activator of the Black Women Rise movement and your Black Women CEO coach, here with our Black Women CEO chat today on who do you need to be to create unique content. So as usual, I want to make sure we are broadcasting around town. So I am going to just take 30 seconds to share this because I can't share it until the video becomes live in our Black Women CEO Circle. So if you're not in our Black Women CEO Circle on Facebook, I want you to type in Black Women CEO Circle in your browser when you're done, well, in that search bar on Facebook, so that you can join us in the Black Women CEO Facebook group. Okie dokie. All right, so I'm sharing this around to make sure everybody gets the information that they need. So how are you all doing today as you jump on? Let me know where you're hailing from so that I can say hi. Monday on the call, if you're so smart, why aren't you making any money? We have people in from the UK, from California, Pittsburgh, Chicago. So we're around the US and around the world. So I love that, we're able to touch women in all these places. So for those who are jumping on, I'm just making sure, because I can't share it until the video is live, making sure that I am sharing this with folks in our Facebook groups and different things like that, so everyone can join in on the video. And today we're going to talk about who you need to be to create unique content, what's the group? Okay, here it goes. Okay, so I think I hit the major players here. All right, so just say hi as you jump in, and we can get the party started. So for those who don't know me, my name is Quanisha Green. Once again, I'm the founder of the Black Women Rise movement, where we are here to help Black women heal and thrive. And as your Black Women CEO coach, I help you achieve client and cash clarity, right? So essentially, I help you to get paid to do what you love. It doesn't have to be a headache or difficult to make money in business. You just need the right strategies and the right inner game. So that's what I believe. So folks say hi. So I know you're here. I see you all jumping on. And so today I want to talk about something that comes up often when I'm coaching, even leading our Mind Your Business Challenge, is who basically do you need to be to create unique content? Drum roll, please. I'm going to give you the answer right now, so even if you have to go somewhere, because I don't want to be on here too long, because I know you all don't like to watch long videos. All you have to do is be yourself. If you miss that, all you have to do is be who you be, to be yourself. Hey, Fatima, people saying hi. To create unique content. And let me tell you how this came up. So I remember I was doing a profit planning session, which are private 90-minute sessions that I do with my clients to basically help them create either a 30, 60, or 90-day plan and make money, right? And I was having this profit planning session with a client, and she was like, Quanisha, well, one of the reasons why I don't show up basically on Facebook Lives or anything like that is because I believe I have to have all this makeup on and be glammed out and all this stuff like that. And I said, well, is that who you are? Is that what you do on a regular basis? She was like, no. I was like, well, the people that you want to talk to, is that what they value? She was like, no. And I was like, okay, what about the people that you follow online? Do they always have glammed up makeup? She was like, no, sometimes they're like working out on Facebook Live. And I was like, so why do you think that you have to be that way? And she had to pause for a second, right? So sometimes we create our own obstacles to showing up and actually getting our expertise, what we uniquely know, out there, right? Because the people who are meant for you, they'll be okay if you don't show up with the full face of makeup or the cheekbones and the highlights and the on fleek eyebrows, because they're here to just be with you, to learn from you, because you are, a valuable resource to sharing your information, and they need your health. Now, if you are into that, say the glam look all the time, that's what you do, like before you get up, you got to have your stilettos on, then that's you, right? Be you, and the people who like that will be attracted to you, right? And resonate with you on that level. There are some women who love those things, or men too, right? We have men who got to be all, numbered on level 10 all the time. And that's fine. But me, this is how I look every day when I'm working, right? If I go someplace, I'll put the makeup on and lip gloss and all that other stuff because that's how I like to present sometimes when I'm outside. And when I'm home working, I got my t-shirt on that says, make it happen. I just washed my hair. My eyebrows need to get done, all that will happen because I need to go out of town next week, right? But that doesn't stop me from coming here and doing a Facebook Live video because I know that I am enough, right? And if someone's judging me like, ooh, she should have had lip gloss on, they can just close the browser and go about their business, right? That means they're not my ideal tribe member, community member, or even potential client. And so you got to be totally okay with who you are. And so this goes back to the inner work. So if you were on the page, on my Facebook page, about a day or two ago, I asked you a question is, have you accepted yourself? Have you accepted yourself, right? Can you look in the mirror and really say, I am totally okay with who I am, right? Because if you don't believe you're good enough, if you don't believe people will pay you for what you know, or people will pay you that much for what you know, guess what? They're not going to do it. Because they're going to sense that insecurity from you. Or they're going to sense, and sometimes we attract people on this energetic level, right? They're going to sense that, I don't know if she's right for me, right? But think about who you're attracted to. You tend to be attracted to leaders, right? People who are confident in who they are. Right? There's Facebook Live videos. I see people all the time who have like sweatpants on, hair rags on, and they're like, hey, I'm here. If you want to learn how to do this, this is how it is, right? And so I'm not saying let yourself go and just show up any other way, but if that's what you want to do it. But in order to create unique content, all you have to do is be yourself. You got to be yourself. That's number one. Okay? And this is because Maya Angelou says this, you alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. So if you're questioning all the time, are they going to accept me? Or why are people not liking my posts, right? If you care that much, then that means that there's some inner work you need to do so that you can really show up, create the content that you want that's going to help the people that you want, and ultimately get clients and get paid as an entrepreneur. Right. So that means there may be some inner work, right? So maybe you need to work with someone on mindset. I have that built into my programs because one thing I know about you, my educated Black lady who's looking to start a business or grow your business in the startup phase, is that sometimes we have things going on, right? Our own limiting beliefs that stops us from showing up. And many times it could be something that you figured out when you were 5 and you attribute it to yourself. Sometimes it's something someone said to you as a teenager or something even in your 20s that you took on, right, as a belief as you were trying to figure out the world. So it's not your fault in the sense that you don't think highly of yourself. No, you probably are really confident in some areas. Like, I know school, I can rock school, right? I can do it. But my insecurities can come out in other areas of my life, right? Or they shine a mirror to me as you may find that, particularly on this entrepreneurship walk, which is really just a personal development walk. That's what I'm learning every day, is that it will shine on those places that you still need to grow and heal from, right? And a lot of that has to do with self-worth. With self-worth is you feeling worthy and enough. And you are worthy, right? Whether or not you get a client, you are worthy, right? It's the idea that you are a child of God. Nobody can take that away from you, right? You're a human being, you're a spirit, right? So it's not about your achievements out in the world. It's just your beingness. The fact that you be makes you worthy enough. Now, when we talk about making money, we have to talk about how are you maybe communicating your value in the marketplace. That's a different conversation. And once again, it's not about you proving yourself. It's about just maybe how you're communicating to your clients so they can understand how you help them, how you're displaying what you know, right? So that you're marketing and people know that you're out there and you can help them. But once again, the inner game, what you're saying in your head, right? Because your thoughts and your beliefs impact your feelings. which impact your actions, which impact your results. That is cognitive behavioral perspective. So if you heard of cognitive behavioral therapy, that has been proven over and over again, like that is what happens inside our head. So if you're feeling bad, right, or if you're feeling fear, you're feeling doubt, confusion, overwhelmed, you got to backtrack and look at what are you thinking or believing that's causing that, right? Or if you notice you're not showing up, or you learn something, right, in a business program or with a coach and you're not implementing, once again, you got to backtrack to either the feelings, but ultimately the thoughts and beliefs, because that is what's creating this cascade, which is ultimately not getting the results that you want, which is probably not attracting clients and getting cash in your business, right? But once you start to believe that, once again, I am enough, I am worthy, I have something valuable to offer, I can help people, my information is valuable, people love me just the way I am, you will start to feel differently, right? You'll start to get in a higher vibration of feeling the love for yourself, the joy, the happiness, right? You'll feel alive. And I've been doing some more of this work myself with a hypnotherapist because I was feeling off, and I knew, okay, I need to go examine these thoughts and beliefs. And I realized for me, there was still some stuff that hurt little girl, right? Who mother was on drugs, who was trying to figure out life, always felt I had to do it myself and I can't be my mom and all this other stuff. She was like, having some issues, right? And it was impacting how I was showing up in my business. So I was like, all right, I know what to do because I've done this before. I know I need some support. So I'm doing hypnotherapy right now, right? And she's helping me to see the mirror, once again, or the spotlight shining on those parts of myself where I still need to show up in service of you, right? And my business, which is you, right? And supporting you in what you do. Excuse me. So what I'm saying to you is things that I've learned, that I'm still learning, and that I'm practicing every day. So that key piece is the who you need to be is that you have to be yourself. Hey, Queen. Hey, Kenya. You got to be yourself. And that's going to help you create unique content, right? Even if you're say the same philosophy, because there's nothing new under the sun. So even if you're saying the same philosophy, say as another consultant or as another photographer or as another wedding planner, right? Because we know there's some set strategies, there's ways of going about doing some things, and you may be sharing a similar process, right? But the way that you say it and how you say it, right? The way that you have figured it out, or maybe you have a shortcut to getting to the result, that is what people want to know, right? They want to know how you do it, right? They want to know how Kenya does it. They want to know how Fatima does it, how Fatima would help me solve XYZ problem, right? And those who are meant for you, right? There are people who are praying just for you to show up. And think about how this may have shown up in your life. You may have heard a strategy shared from say one professor, right? And then another professor shares the same lesson, but because of maybe how they share their personal story, or maybe how they connect the dots for you, you're like, oh, I totally get that now. The way Mrs. Johnson said it. I didn't get it when Mrs. Smith was talking about it, but when she explained that Pythagorean theorem, I totally got it, right? So it's okay if you have a similar idea of philosophy and all this other stuff, but the way that it uniquely shows up because of who you are, the way you have processed it, the way that only you can uniquely teach it or help people with is going to resonate with certain people. And they're going to say, you know what, this sister can help me, right? This sister right here can help me. I'm going to buy this from her because she gets me or she hears me, right? So that's who you need to be. So I wanted to also give you 2 tactics to doing this. The first tactic is, when I say create content, I'm not just talking about writing, right? I'm not talking about just content blogging. This Facebook Live video is content, right? When you do a webinar, it's content. When you blog, it's content. When you write a Facebook post, social media marketing, right? That is all content. So content marketing is how you attract people to you, right? And then they decide whether or not they want to be in your community, and you start the whole engagement and nurturing process, right? On the customer journey, from bringing someone to a browser into your community to potentially maybe become a buyer. And we know that, only 10% of people in your community will maybe become your client one day. So the rest of it is just, people who you're touching and you're nurturing and you're building community with. Because I have people who are like, oh, I met you a year ago and now I want to buy something from you, right? But they know that, oh, this is someone who can help me, or I like the way she uniquely talks about this idea. So you're going to have the same thing. So the way that you create unique content is that you have to talk to one person. Make believe, right? Or actually feel like you're talking to one person, and that person is going to be your ideal client. And I'm actually starting to change my language around this, because I used to say it's your divinely inspired client, because I believe that there's someone really out there praying for you the way you uniquely help people. And I actually like this language, and I asked my hypnotherapist I can use it, soulmate client, because to me that really hits it the nail on the head, right? That think about a soulmate. It's someone that's uniquely out there, right, for you. You know they're meant for you. My soulmate client. So think about who that soulmate client is. Give her a name, him or her a name, right? And every time you create a piece of content, think about, how is this going to help Sheila, right? What does Sheila need to hear today? Right? Sheila is having some struggles with content. What are her struggles so I can help her? Right? So when I do this video, I'm only talking to you, Sheila, who I know is an educated Black lady who wants to get out there, who wants to broadcast your brilliance. You want to make money. You've been on these online programs, in these online classes, in these masterminds, and you're still not generating any cash, right? So I'm here to help you, because I know it's about you showing up for yourself. It's about you believing that you're worthy enough, right? So that's me talking to you, Sheila, right? My educated Black lady, right? So you want to do the same. Who's your person? Is it Mike? Is it John? Right? Is it Shanae? Whoever it is, you only want to talk to them. And so how do you go about doing that? One of the key processes that have helped me is that write down some of the frequently asked questions that you get from your clients. And if you don't ask clients, but in the area that you've been maybe working with people at no cost, think about some of their common questions, and then record yourself answering the questions as if, might believe you're in Starbucks having coffee, John is there and John is saying, my organization, we're having a hard time getting our employees motivated. How would you respond to John? You might say, you know what, John, I've dealt with this before. When I was working with so-and-so as a supervisor, this is some of the things that we implemented. And then you give them tips, right? So when you record yourself, I like to use the voice memo on my iPhone, or if you have Android, I think it has the same thing. I record my answer often into my phone. And then when I'm ready to write a blog post, or I'm maybe making some notes for a video, I listen back through what I said. Right? And you can actually send to rev.com or go to Fiverr and ask somebody to transcribe it for you. So you can already have somebody else writing it if you want to leverage your resources that way. And then you can then post it as your blog post, post it as your email newsletter, or have the notes in front of you when you're ready to do a video. Even me coming live on this video, I jotted down some notes, but I'm just like, oh, I'm going to talk to you like a chat. That's what I call it, Black Woman CEO chat, right? As if we were in the coffee shop, and this is the exact same thing I would say to you if we were one-on-one talking in person. All right, so that is my tip. So who do you need to be to create unique content? What did I say, everybody? I see y'all there watching. So who do you need to be to create unique content? Write it in the post below. Who do you need to be? I'll wait so you all can write. I see y'all there. Because Be Live TV lets me know how many people are watching. I see you are there. So who do you need to be to create unique content? Me. Thank you, Fatima. So they're starting to come in. There might be a slight delay, I think. So people are saying me. That's right. You need to be yourself. And the strategy I'm giving you today to help you start getting your content out there, right? You got to believe you're enough. You are good enough just the way you are. You have nothing to prove. Just show up as you are, right? And the way to do that is pick one person. So if you had a past client, think about that client that you loved working with and talk to them. Only talk to them in your content. Yay, people saying, yes, be myself. Awesome, right? Pick that client that you loved working with and only talk to them in all your content. Sit there and brainstorm, what were some of the things that, Susan had a problem with. Let me write that down. And so I'm going to create content around this. And every time I do a Facebook Live, or every time I write a blog post, or every time I do a webinar, I am talking to Susan. And also that will help your fear go down a little bit, right? Because all you got to do is talk to Susan. You're not talking to the billions of people out there on Facebook land. You're only talking to Susan. And you have to become comfortable enough that the non-Susans in the world we'll just close the browser and move on. So like, I'm on Be Live TV, but say I'm doing Facebook Live and I see the numbers going in and up and down. I just assume there were some Susans who decided to go away, or maybe some of y'all are busy. You might have saw the notification. You were like, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch that later. I'm at work, right? Don't get tied to the likes and the follows and the viewership. Know that your job is to show up, share your content, share and invite. That is your job as a CEO. Now, whether or not people take it, whether or not people watch it, whatever it is, but I know that my soulmate will sit through this video and watch it and then take the actions that I'm giving the recommendations on, right? That's what I know. And so if you are that soulmate, if you are my educated Black lady and you've been like, this content thing has been hard, oh my God, I need some support. I am inviting you to come with me and let's get it done, right? So next week, and I'll type this here in the chat, not next week, in April, right? We are starting the content creation intensive, right? And I am supporting you with how to do this, how to create unique content. Particularly, I'm going to help you with the key piece of content that you need. I actually call it one of my 3 must-haves that you need to generate clients in cash, is that you need a free offer, right? And even if you have a free offer, there's still some things I'm going to help you with. You need a free offer. You need a way for people to get a taste of what you do so that it builds this, what we call the like, know, and trust factor. So people only buy from people they like, know, and trust. And our content helps to facilitate that process for them, right? So the free offer, whether it's an opt-in offer or a lead magnet, and don't get hung up on those words, I will explain what that is in the training, right? Gives people a taste of what we do, right? And so the thing is that many of you may have a free offer, but where you're getting stuck is you don't know how to then create more content. You're like, well, I have this free opt-in offer. That should be enough. No, you got to keep showing up and almost every day so that you're building that like, know, and trust factor. So the free offer in this content intensive, so if you go to training.quanishasmith.com, that's why I put it up there. In this intensive, what I'm going to help you with is creating a free offer that is a 5-day challenge or an email series. Because there's different sales statistics that people have to interact with you like 7 to 9 times before they buy, right? So if you have it as a series or challenge, you have that engagement over and over again, right? You're helping them like on 5 different occasions to see that like, wow, this works. She helped me. She helped me solve my problem. She's helping me think, right? They're seeing your help and they're like, wow, if this is free, I wonder what the paid stuff looks like. So in this intensive, I'm helping you to take your content. I'm walking through a process to take your content and create it into a 5-day challenge or series. And what's unique, further unique about this intensive is that I'm going to show you how to repurpose that same content into a video, a webinar, and into blog posts. Okay, you don't have to go keep creating all these things, right? And even if you do, I'm going to talk about that. Like you can create content, right? It's because that's about that tapping into you and your soulmate's problems, but you can repurpose. And so I'm going to show you how to repurpose so that you leverage the time you already invested into creating the content in the first place. Okay. And so in this content creation we're going to do it as a half-day workshop. It's on April 22nd from 11 to 3 p.m. And in the workshop that day, we're going to actually do some tech tutorials. So I'm going to show you how to actually get this stuff up. Like the tech piece of that is a no-brainer. So whether you have a website or not, you're delivering your content. But before then, you also going to have prep work because I'm all about making it happen. That's why I have a shirt on. So that 4-day hours that we have together, that's where we're going to get it done. But we're going to do prep work leading up to that. So the first prep call is on April 13th. So you'll have prep work to help you then. Then we meet together on the 22nd and get it done. And then because I know you educated Black lady, you like to get things implemented and you may have questions. So we're going to have a live Q&A call after the workshop, about a week after. So it's going to be on the 27th, where you and I and the group ahead, the group together, I'll be there to answer any lingering, burning questions that you have. So that is the intensive, right? So if you know you need help with creating content, you know you need to get out there in front of people. That's how you're going to attract, right? clients and cash, then join me in this intensive. But here's the thing. I only got actually 9 spaces left. I started out with 10 because I'm letting you into my inner circle. This is actually a module that I'm doing with my sister circle, who are my mastermind clients who've been hanging out with me since January. This is their module, but I know that there's some of you who are like, all I need is to actually attract clients. So that's why I wanted to open up seats to 10 of you to come in with us over this month of April to do the content creation intensive. So there's only 9 seats left right now because some folks joined yesterday. And I got PMs coming in saying like, I'm gonna pay on Friday. So grab your seat if you know you want to get started. So it's an early bird registration right now. It's only $97 for all this. And if you join by Friday the 31st, I'm actually including the Mind Your Business Challenge, which is a 7-day challenge to help you really become a rockstar CEO. So that's my challenge that over 550 women have done. It's a $97 value in and of itself. So if you join by the 31st, you'll get the Mind Your Business Challenge. You'll get the early bird fee, which is $100 off because this is going to go up to $197 for the registration. So it's $97, and you'll get to join in if you join by Friday live for the prep calls and all those things like that. And don't worry, everything is going to be recorded. So the dates that I mentioned, just actually forget about them, right? Because you'll get an email with them when you join. But if you can't make it live, they're all recorded, right? And I just say, make sure you get on that Q&A call live so then I can be there to support you and answer questions. So I hope that's clear, right? Content creation intensive, helping you to get these key pieces of content that you need to show up, show out, get clients, and get cash, right? And we're going to do lots of different things, particularly this mindset work that I talked about, so that you can show up, get out there. You got to show up to get clients, okay? Okay, I see y'all all watching. And Kenya says, sounds awesome. Yeah, so I hope to see you in it, Kenya. And I know you've been on a couple of videos. Come on in to the inner circle. Right? So that's my way of, for me, being of service, because so many of you have been talking about this content creation stuff, like not knowing how to get out there and attract people and wondering what it is. So, you know, my mastermind clients have paid a lot of money to invest in themselves. And this is one of their modules. So I'm opening up the door and letting you all in because I know you need it. Some of you just need this one piece that's going to be the key to you generating cash and clients. Okay. So go to training.quanishasmith.com. It has all the details about the content creation intensive. But like I said, the key is that if you register by Friday the 31st, which is this week, you'll get the Mind Your Business Challenge as part of it, which is a great challenge in and of itself. That's basically the value of the early bird registration. And then you get to join all these different live experiences with me, ask your questions, get that guidance, and let's get that content going. There is nothing else out there like this because I know that's why I made it this way, right? So you're getting to learn how to do a free offer, doing it as a challenge or a series, and then I'm teaching you how to repurpose it into live videos, webinars, and blogging. So if all those things have been spinning in your head and you're like, I don't know how to create that, this is what I'm going to help you do, okay? So it's a no-brainer, $97. I made it really easy and accessible. So sister, I am going to head to my nap. I'm still getting over cold, so I'm gonna sleep while my baby's sleeping. So go ahead, training.quanishasmith.com. Feel free to send me a private message if you have any questions about it, okay? I love you, and remember, all you need to be is yourself to do this entrepreneurship game. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.